Bible Stories for Children and the Young in Heart by evangelist Sister Alberta Wiggins. Dedication to my, quote, We Score College Prep, unquote, children and workers who so lovingly gave me the support I have needed to carry on God's work. To my family and friends who were there for me through all my trying times to encourage me and urge me to complete this book. I have looked for a book that I felt satisfied the needs of young minds who are learning the very valuable Bible stories and the teachers who have limited time for preparation, and I was not easily satisfied. So I decided that I had a work to do. With God's help and His guiding hand, I present to you this work. Acknowledgements. The illustrations contained in this book are to assist the teacher to make this learning experience a delight for young learners because it is compiled of drawings from among their peers and to furnish a complete lesson plan for the teacher who has limited time for preparation. Each lesson has an illustration that can be used with it. This does not, however, restrict the creativity of the teacher who desires to go beyond what is presented to use these lessons for special students who have varying needs. Special thanks to the, quote, We Score Prep, unquote, students for their drawings. Jose Flores, 9 years. Jonathan Flores, 6 years. Leah Flores, 6 years. Vanessa, 6 years. Natahun and Majun. Wadida Majun, Rashad Majun, Horderi Terry, 11 years, and the instructors Doretha Parker, Deborah Jackson, Marie Worrell, Veronica McCobb, Ann Clark, Junior Fortune, Walden Fortune, and to my co-workers on the Promises of God and the Sabbath Hour television and radio ministries, Lord Majors, Helen James, Leonard Mullins, Les Buey. Creation. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Preparation for lesson. Have you ever made anything? What did you make? Have you ever made something out of Play-Doh? What did you make? Was it round? Was it flat? Have you ever made paper hats or paper airplanes? Was it big or small? Did you like what you made? Did you keep it? What happened when it got all messed up? Did you mash it up when you finished making it? How did you feel when it tore? Story. I want to tell you about someone who made something very, very big. Long, long ago, we don't even know how long ago God made the world. He made it round. The world is called Earth. He put dirt and water on it, and we call some of the water a sea and some a river. If the water is large, we call it an ocean. God made some people, put them on the earth. He made flowers and trees so the earth would be beautiful. Crafts fun. Let's draw a picture of flowers and trees and see if we like it as much as God liked the flowers and trees He made. Obeying God. Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. Preparation for lesson. Have you ever seen a garden? What does it have in it? Do you like to eat? What is your favorite food? Has your mother, father, auntie, grandmother ever said you cannot eat something you wanted to eat? Why? Too much sweets? It is time for bed. Too rich, fattening? Is all good food for you? Why? You are allergic to some foods. They make you sick. You don't have enough money to buy them. They don't have them at the store where you're shopping. Why do you think you can't eat some foods? Do all foods taste good? Why? Do your parents give you food that is good for you? Story. One day, there was a lady. She was the very first lady on earth. Her name was Eve. God planted a garden and put food in it for Eve and her husband to eat. Eve's husband was named Adam. They liked to walk in a beautiful garden and look at all of the beautiful trees. They loved God for planting the garden for them. They wanted to obey Him. One day, Eve was looking at a tree in the garden. It looked so good. It had fruit on it. She looked at the fruit on the tree and she wanted to eat it, but she remembered that God had told her not to eat the fruit on that tree. The fruit looked so good. Eve just kept looking at it, and the more she looked, the more she wanted to eat the fruit. Then Eve said, I will taste the fruit. It looks so good. And she thought God wouldn't know or see her. So she took the fruit and ate it. It was so good. She ran to give some of it to her husband. She told him how good the fruit was. When they ate the fruit, they were ashamed. They heard God calling them and they ran and hid. They were ashamed that they had not obeyed God. Crafts fun. Let's draw a picture of a garden. Let's put flowers and trees and a man and woman in the picture. Let's paste the picture of the trees and flowers on the paper and make a garden. Paste the picture of the man and woman in the garden. Let's make a calendar with the garden, man, woman, and give it for a gift to someone who is a good friend for a birthday or someone who lives far away. The ark. And thou shalt come into the ark and thy family. Genesis 6:18. Preparation for lesson. Do you like to go to the beach? What do you like to see at the beach? Yes, ships, boats, water, people too. Are the boats or ships very large? Can lots of people get on the boat? What do you think boats have in them? Yes, food, water, games, people, restrooms, kitchens. If you live in a boat, you would see water every day and night. Would you like to live on a boat? Why? Story. Once a long time ago, there was a man and his name was Noah. He loved God and he always wanted to obey what God said. Noah had a very large family. He had a wife and sons, and his sons had wives too. One day, God told Noah to build an ark. An ark is like a very large ship. God told Noah to live in the ark and to take all of his family with him. He told Noah to take lots of animals in the ark to live too. God told Noah to take two of every animal and bird into the ark with him and his family because it was going to rain and all the earth would be covered with water. God always tells us how we can be safe no matter what happens. God wanted Noah and his family to be safe. Noah loved God and trusted him to keep him safe. So Noah built the ark and he took two of all of the animals and his family into the ark so they would be safe when it rained. Crafts fun. I have made an ark for you and some animals. Let's color the ark and put the animals into the ark after we color them.